الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز.
I think we can give you an objective criterion to surahs. Each surah of the Quran has a particular theme. It's thematic. It has a particular موضوع تتحدث عنه. So we take any theme that the surah is made of, and we ask you to produce something in the Arabic language using fewer words with as much expression. That is the criteria of Occam's razor. Occam's razor. Occam's razor is like, what's Occam's razor? Okay.
Is that what? Like critique of?
No. It's just that if you could do it with most expression and a few amount of words, then you would meet the challenge. Because Arabic rhetoric functions upon conciseness, but at the same time, so that's essentially what you would have to do in order to meet the challenge.
So just to give you that example, is how Quran came into this linguistic revolution in the Arab mind. Quran came ultimately, they even said this was magic. They said this is magic. Obviously, you don't see something like, if I give you this similar kind of building, you don't say it's magic. But if I give you that building with every brick separate from other, you say, magic. This is what they say about the Quran. So obviously there was something within it. Now we realize when we do stuff, I'm just giving you one avenue of the Quranic linguistic challenge that Quran provides. So Alhamdulillah, in pre-Islamic poetry, you would not find the Arabs begins with hamd, with al-ta'rif, with a definitive noun at the beginning of their abiyat, at all. They make alhamd in the middle of a sentence, but never at the beginning. They might say hamdan and continue something, but never they use alhamd. It is totally unaccustomed in the Alhamdulillah. No, let me finish it and you'll realize why. It's not just one word. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alameen. There's no such thing in the Arabic vocabulary because there's only one alam. In the pre-Islamic poets, when they are descriptions, there's no such thing as Alameen. It's like saying bestest. You know, Shakespeare maybe may have said it and he introduced this word. If you're the best, that's what it means. So you don't need to include bestest, right? So someone did, someone's bringing another, form of the language, which they're totally unaccustomed to. That's why Shakespeare is one of these, poets who's introduced something new to this language. In fact, English language has been enriched by Shakespeare, right? So when the Quran came, it brought these forms, the asalib and the tarkib and so on, like this, in the Arabic language, but the Arabs were not familiar with. Okay? Maliki Yawmiddin. I'm just fast forwarding to the key points. The Arabs would never imagine such a thing. You can be Malik al-Bayt, one from the up north, Malik al-Fars or whatever.
They didn't believe in the judgment.
But you cannot be Malik of Zaman, Malik of Yawm. No one can be the owner, the master, the king of time, or the past, present, and something. So Maliki Yawmiddin, the day of judgment, there's no such thing. So when they heard these things, they had some totally mind-blowing new concepts to them. Okay? So how can you bring a language like that which were then unfamiliar with? إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. No, I just want to fast forward. Okay, غير المغضوب ولا الضالين. As you know, you would say غير المغضوب وغير الضالين in your everyday language. غير, yeah, not غير إلا.
I do, by the way, I do speak Arabic. It's my mother language, but when it comes to the grammar, that was my
Iraqis are common.
Okay. So, as a simplification,
I'm not really knowledgeable.
you would normally say this, okay? غير المغضوب وغير الضالين will be your normal grammar, but it uses ولا الضالين, غير and la. This construct they're not familiar with. So I'm just giving you some examples from a scholar who's a scholar of Adab called Bassam Sa'i. He's a Syrian, studied here, taught here as well. There's a book called Al-Mu'jiza. Al-Mu'jiza. And if you read it, he's bringing this example. So he brought the example of Surah Al-Mudaththir and various others. So the example he quoted is the number. Say there are in a surah, there are 80 words and 30 lines. Say for example, okay? 80 words and 30 lines.
That's true.
The number of expressions from balagha, okay? Number of expressions. From the balagha point of view, so kinaya and from the bayan, it goes so much beyond the number of words and number of sentences. So, to give you an example, even if you want to give an example of
I was going to say that if you wanted to go back to a book like Ijaz al-Quran of Baqilani as well, he goes through every one of the معلقات السبع.
Smoking is haram.
I know. The Shi'r al-Jahili.
You go to hell.
The Shi'r al-Jahili. Yeah. And he shows that they all have abiyats which
told
are
about that book, but again,
which are completely bad in the Arabic language. But the Quran never does this once.
No, and that's why I'm open to any experience. I'm open to any studies. Just because, as I told you, I have limited time. I'm taking a lot of notes, but that's what I'm telling you. I take notes from any religion, from any.
This is a fadila. This is a fadila. But what I would say is, I don't want this to become a weekly thing where we're discussing the same issues every week.
No.
Let's discuss issue by issue.
I'm leaving it.
We'll give you the papers, anything you want from us. We're at your service, inshallah. At the end of the day, our purpose is we're all looking for the truth. And may Allah guide us all to the truth, inshallah.
So the task is quite simple because you speak Arabic. Look at the pre-Islamic poetry, look at their poetry, and look at the Quran. We have categorized the pre-Islamic poetry. Okay? People have done that already. Khalil Ahmed is it? Categorized about 16 types of bihar. Okay? Rajas, Tawil, Madid, Khafif. These may all sound Chinese and Greek to you, but when it comes to poetry, these are the rhymes and meters. Okay?
16 different metric forms. Yeah.
Quran is its own genre. Totally unique. Okay?
So
unlike any of them.
It never once falls under the 16.
Yeah. So when the Quran challenged them, they're only familiar with what they have. They cannot bring something like the Quran, and that's why they were incapable of bringing something like the Quran. Okay, even from just a linguistic point of view, using the tarakib and al-salid of the Quran or the Arabic language, it was difficult. In fact, impossible. That's what they said. Okay.
One thing for sure, it's a unique style.
So you
It's a
have to
unique
now
style.
go and ask yourself, okay? Let's look at the history of the Arabic literature, pre-Islamic, and so on.
No, there's a
and
couple
why,
of things that I'm going to look at.
Why,
The social,
why is it?
Social is more because
Why is it people are unable? People were unable.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Quran says. If you think it's not from Allah, then produce something like it. You know, why is every single scholar of Arabic language Muslims still to this day they hold to this view? Are they really being very hypocrite, saying there are actually other people who can do it better? You know, it's very unlikely that every Muslim scholar in the world throughout the time is a hypocrite. Okay, it doesn't make sense to think.
No.
So there must be something for you to think. Okay, why this is the case?
Absolutely. No,
Why is the
I'll
Quran
look at
inimitable?
the two projects.
As someone speaks Arabic, you should be able to go and research the subject, and you will see why.
I'll go to the two projects, which is
Especially
social projects and the
for someone who was
And
illiterate.
take the time to study this.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. I'll take the time to study this. To at least, I give it some time frame. Let's say, for example, a year. If I cannot do it in a year, at least I'm gonna get some good input, either yes or no. But at least I'm gonna. Very, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate your patience.
الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز